years ago when there was this sniper who killed a lot of people, but his principal accomplice was a minor, way below 18, I think. I don't know what finally happened there. Maybe there's something that must have been studied also. I'm sure that the DSWD is not handling this in isolation, meaning isolating the Philippines from the rest of the world. Perhaps you are benefiting from the best practices of other countries that have similar problems and have a similar policy with respect to minors. Am I right in this, Secretary Bala?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. And in fact, as earlier mentioned by Honorable Congressman Tumugan about a study on the age of discernment, we wish to inform this body that right now the Council is now finalizing the tools of discernment that will be the basis for the furtherance of the study on the establishment of age of discernment for criminal liability. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman, age of discernment may be a function of time, a function of the community. Alexander the Great started conquering the world when he was in his 20s. We have so many heroes in the revolution who joined the Katipunan at the age of 18, probably even younger. But then, of course, that was a different world compared to today. And then as we go from one community to another, maybe the age of discernment might vary because of the kind of exposure that they have, media, internet, television, computers, even the community where they're living with. So how would that be addressed when we're talking of variances in the discernment level of minors? We may have minors, Mr. Chairman, who may be more discerning than some of us here. Pardon me?
More discerning than actual.
Yes, more discerning than Congressman Roilo Golez, for example, or Congressman Tumugan, because of maybe the exposure to hardship, their personal experience. For example, a child who grew up in an exclusive village may be less discerning than a child who grew up in an impoverished community. You can see that from the way they're able to handle themselves. We call them street smart people, compared to, let's say, the grandchildren of a privileged member of the committee, like the chairman of the Committee on Justice, for example, compared to someone who grows up in Project 3, Quezon City. It's a function of the community. I don't know if you agree with that, Undersecretary.
Thank you, sir. In fact, if I may share with you the first research on the age of discernment, and it was also proven that, as you said, culture, the area where the children grew up, were also factored in. In fact, in the analysis of that study on the age of discernment, done by CWC and by the bio, and they have identified certain factors like cultural, even the ordinal position of the child, sir, was also factored in the analysis of those, including the regions where they're coming from, because the study was done nationwide, urban, rural, in school, out of school. And these were seen and they were factored in the analysis of those two studies.
Yes, but the problem is you have a uniform age of discernment as far as this law is concerned. How will we address it? Kasi sa Tagalog, sasabihin ng isa, dapat ikulong nga, alam na niya ginagawa niya eh. Diba? Pero that's the layman's definition of discernment. Alam na niya pag ginagawa niya. Tapos, kung kinawawa niya ako, pinakawa niya kami, tapos counsel lang pala, parusa sa kanya.
Your Honor, if I may intervene. Previously, a while ago, the same was referred to the technical working group, and with the permission of the Honorable Golez, Your Honor, I think you have some cutting questions and more enlightened statements on this issue, which I don't think we'll be able to discuss fully during this meeting, together with the Honorable Rufus Rodriguez, who volunteered a while ago to sit in the technical working group on this. Is it possible that we terminate first the deliberation on this, but we will settle your concerns so this can be discussed, because I feel that you have very important inputs which cannot be taken up in this morning's meeting.
Thank you,
Will it
Mr.
be
Chairman.
shown?
I yield to the superior discernment of the chairman.
So I move for the creation of the technical working group, and I hope Honorable Congressman Golez and Congressman Rodriguez will be willing to join us in the technical working group. What was brought out by Congressman Golez was exactly our concern. Case of this, what happened here was we immediately changed the case of exempted criminal responsibility. If only we maintain the usual law and come out with discerning treatment that we bring minors to the rehabilitation center, not totally exempting them from criminal liability, it might even be better, because in other areas, you will be creating more problems than to address. For example, there are certain tribes in the country that if they are looking for the perpetrator who is still free, you better kill him. Right? Yeah, that's to us all. Imagine that. A lot of things here must be considered. The culture of certain tribes, the areas. You might be thinking, we are helping the child, but no, you are not helping the child. You are exposing the child to further danger. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, as a final observation,
Yes, sir.
after listening to our colleague from our city, I'm reminded of this principal that I had a dialogue with in the course of a competition among principals. She's the principal in a remote province. I think this was in Kalinga. And the school was a remote school. In this particular case, a harm inflicted to another child by a child below the age of discernment is dealt with by the society in a very violent way. An eye for an eye, in other words, if something happens, the whole tribe would go to the school and snatch the offending child. And it's that kind of justice. So, I go along with the observation of Congressman that a very lenient approach might even aggravate the situation and put the child in big danger. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.